Okay, y'all. So I have found myself on many occasions basically battling with myself, trying to figure out who the person I really am. Who is the person that I really am? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know how I've spoken before about how I've been a people pleaser and just breaking free of that. I find myself wondering, well, who am I if those ways never truly agreed with my spirit? So I found myself doing whatever the opposite was of what I used to do, you know? And in certain circumstances, I would always feel to myself like, is this okay? Like, is this maybe too much? Is this going too far? Like, is this really mean? Is, you know, like, it's just basically in the way that I respond to situations. And there was a time where I was just too nice, you know, and I it's a balance that needs to happen. That is what I've come to the conclusion of. Also, that what matters in your responses or are your intentions. Okay, so, well, that's the gist. And I'm sharing that because it is a constant reminder for myself in every interaction. And I know that it's not just for me. Being a people pleaser, having that ingrained in you, it feels as though you lost a limb, as though you are cutting off a limb. It's part of you. It's part of your genetic makeup. I shouldn't say genetic makeup, but it's part of your psychological makeup. If you really resonate with with having being a people pleaser or with being one and you are looking to stop, you know, or rather, you know, because it's not going to just stop right there. You'll find yourself in many interactions because I thought I was healed at one point. I really thought that when I figured it out, I thought I figured it out, but I realized recently that as I meet new people over and over again, that my people pleaser mentality, it's my first face. I don't know how many faces I have. I don't know how many faces anybody has. But it's my first face. It's the first face I put on when I meet people. It's when I smile and I say, hi. That is the people pleaser. Now I could say hello. I'm not saying there's something wrong with saying hello to people. It's just, I don't particularly, let me rephrase this. I love to smile. It brings me joy. I love that God has blessed me with my smile. You feel me? It's just, I don't particularly, let me rephrase that. It is exhausting. I know that was a lot. It is exhausting to be smiling all day and feeling like you got to smile at every stranger you make eye contact with. Darling, that is a good example right there. That's a perfect example. That's probably the most exhausting part of my people pleasing. And listen, I found myself, like I said, did the complete opposite. I found myself just like at some point I just stopped speaking to people, and another I just like stopped smiling at them. I'd be like, "Hi," or whatever. However, I just be doing something different every time. But and like just always feeling like I got to look up, make eye contact, smile every time I'm walking. Like even if I'm at work or something, I'm like always trying to fucking smile, and it's like I realize I don't have to fucking do that. You know what I'm saying? And when I don't smile, and I realize this too, this comes from growing up. Like anytime I wasn't smiling, my mama would be like, "What's wrong with you?" Whatever. Like I'm just sitting here minding my business, my resting. That's why they call it a resting bitch face. Like I guess I just look like a bad bitch. Anyway, and y'all know they ain't be cocky. Anyway, so it's been ingrained in me to just be smiling all the time, and I found myself just smiling much less, and not that I was unhappy. It was not that at all. It was just to relax my face. You feel me? And I have been made to feel for a long time that I just look mean when I'm not smiling. I'm serious. I feel like that's the case for a lot of us, and that's probably where that daggone resting bitch face phrase comes from. It comes from people like us that just look mean when we not smiling. And guess what? I've seen many of people that look mean, and I don't really approach people for real. Not really, like, especially not back in the day. But I probably would a lot more. Anyway, it's people that look mean and that I wouldn't rather approach. You know what I'm saying? But come to think of it, like saying it out loud, I need to approach more people. I need to learn to do that more. Yeah. It may be somebody else need to hear that. I trust somebody else need to hear that, because like this is another thing. This whatever, I'm gonna just tell y'all. Making friends coming up, I used to just accept people. Like I didn't go up and be like, "Hey, you wanna be friends?" Blah 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 blah. Whatever, what you like. I just wasn't that type of person. Well, I probably was in the very beginning. But as we just kept moving, I just was always the new girl, and I always had to get comfortable in the new class. It was a constant change going on, and I just always had to warm back up to the environments, you know? And I'm an observer. And I realize that now, that I've always been an observer. I come into the room, I'm quiet, head down, and I'm looking around, and I'm listening, and I'm just to myself. I'm in my thoughts, and I'm just calculating what's going on around me. And I suppose it's just always been me. It's always been a thing that I did. And I know that I'm talking about people pleasing, but I guess I'm just talking about whatever I want to talk about. But really, I'm just talking about me changing, this evolution, saying the quiet part out loud. I've heard that phrase before, but I just heard it again recently. That's what we talk about. That's what I truly gear towards, saying the quiet part out loud. Going to the deepest depths of my mind. Because really, what is life about? That rhymed. Life is about many things, y'all. I don't believe it's just one. I mean, look at all the things we can do with life. Anyway, I suppose that's that. I'm going to leave it at here. I appreciate y'all for being here. I'm so grateful that y'all are here. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be here. Y'all do y'all thing and be blessed and get y'all ass on here